A revelation of what kind of project we could do today. Can you see what I see? That's right, guys. In this video, we are making bat blades out of razors. I went ahead and took the liberty of making up a nice little bat blade template. We're going to use these to transfer an image to the blades and make it a little bit easier for cutting out the steel. Now, razor blades like these are designed for hardness, which means the steel has a very high carbon content. That makes them extremely hard, but extremely brittle.
So,
when you take the razor blades out of the package, you're going to notice they're very oily.
What the heck is that? Like,
so we want to start off by cleaning these off with paper.
That would hurt if you slide your hand off.
One grease-free blade ready to go.
One grease-free blade.
Kind of reverse templates.
That's so messed up.
Like an X-Acto knife, and we're going to cut out the shape, and we want to leave a negative because we're actually going to paint this picture onto the razor blade itself. So when your piece is cut out, it should just pop right out of the paper, and that will leave you a negative that you can position over top of one of your razor blades. Once you've got a template that you're happy with, go ahead and put the paper facing down on the table. Then take your blade and put it down over top of the back. And when it's lined up just how you want it, go ahead and take a piece of tape. It could be scotch tape, masking tape, whatever you want. Just carefully put it over top of the razor blade and press it down to the paper. That'll secure it in place and make it very easy for us to spray paint or use something like a permanent marker to transfer the image onto the blade itself. Go ahead and throw your template on the table, grab something like a permanent marker, and go ahead and color it in. Now you want to just give that about 10 to 15 seconds to dry, and then you should be able to and extract your blade. So we've got a cool little bat image transferred to our razor blade, but it's important to note you're not going to be able to cut these things out with a hacksaw blade. You're not going to be able to cut them with metal files. To cut out shapes in high carbon steel, we're going to need to use grinding wheels and rotary tools. All right, boys, glasses on for safety. Let's get down to business. There you have it. It's not pretty, but it's going to get the job done. So now we can use our diamond tip Dremel tool to clean up all those edges and make it look sharp and really crisp. So update, guys, the diamond tip bits do not work. Do not get these. I've gone through 3 of these, including one that I just got from Home Depot for $8, and it burned out in about 30 seconds. Not to mention I ended up breaking like 3 of my blades. So I'm on my 4th one now. I did find something that works a lot better, and it's these mini cutoff wheels for the Dremel tool. These things by themselves will cut out your entire shape if you go slowly and carefully enough. So you see, guys, just using the mini cutoff wheel, you can actually cut out the entire blade. This by far works better than any of the other tools that I was using. They're very durable, they're very cheap, and they do a much better job than these other bits. The only thing you have to be careful of is that when you're grinding your bat blade, you grind with the edge of the wheel. You don't want to grind with a flat surface, or you might end up tearing your disc apart like that. So this is awesome, guys. Our bat blades are looking really cool, and they look awesome in silver, but if you want to make them look a little more authentic, grab yourself some black spray paint like this. This is the kind that dries in about 10 to 15 minutes. And just poke one of the tips of your bat blades into a cardboard base, give it a shot of spray paint from both angles, and then let it set. This paint should take just a couple of minutes to dry, so while we're waiting, let me tell you about the Wounded Warrior Project. With the holiday season approaching, I wanted to share some information about a charity I recently learned about that helps veterans. The Wounded Warrior Project and its supporters believe that warriors already paid their dues on the battlefield. Their vision is to foster the most successful, well-adjusted generation of wounded service members in our nation's history. The Wounded Warrior Project also empowers warriors to live life on their own terms, as well as mentor fellow warriors to embody the Wounded Warrior Project logo of one warrior carrying another. The mission of Wounded Warrior Project is to honor and empower wounded warriors. So big thanks to Wounded Warrior Project for sponsoring this video. You can click the link in the description to learn more. Alright, so update, our paint is dry. These bat blades are looking awesome, and at this point all we have to do is take a little bit of sandpaper or sanding sponge, or even a belt sander, and just use it to remove the paint from the tips of these blades, just to make it look a bit nicer. At this point, they're ready to go. Just for fun, I printed out a little target so we can do a little throwing practice with our bat blades. I gotta make sure I don't miss, because I don't want it to stick into the sheetrock. Fail. I think it's all on the wrist. Gotta give that a little snap, maybe. Oh, bangarang! Check that out. Well, we just got his collar. It's a pretty solid shot. I would like to see that the other direction, though. Ooh, right in the kneecap. Oh, right in the kneecap again. Oh, dang. See, that's what I was afraid of. The one time I miss, it goes into the wall. Boom, there it is. That's what I'm talking about right there. So there you have it, guys. That's how to take blades from your utility knife and turn them into batarangs. How cool is that? But remember, these things are not toys. They are very dangerous. They're very sharp. They are razor blades. So use safety and use caution if you try making them yourself. Thanks for joining me for this project today. I'll be looking for you in the next one. I'll talk to you then.